126 amateur fights, which I lost only 12 fights out of all of them.
Out of 126, you only lost 12. So I'm assuming that you can defend yourself.
Well, in the ring, because, you know, ever since I started boxing, it's been 10 years, going on 11, and ever since I've been boxing, I haven't get into no street fight, not even no type of argument, because the boxing is just such a discipline that you learn how to walk away from situations, and that's what we teach here in the gym, and this is what you learn from the sport. And when you get into a situation where you can get into a fist fight, you know how to find a way to walk away.
In my personal coaching business, I educate my students to stay away from negative people, places, things, and habits, okay? And quite like boxing and the personal coaching that you receive from your coach, he obviously talks about that also. But give me your opinion. I know there's been times that we've been tempted for drugs, alcohol, and many other stimulants where we tend to try to self-medicate. What's your opinion regarding drugs? Especially when it's easier for you if you take certain kind of drugs, what do they call them, physically enhancing drugs or whatever else. What's your opinion on that?
Well, it's all about your surrounding. A lot of young kids, they grew up around people that are surround the drug, guns, or gang relations, and they surround that so much that they don't see nothing else. So they later on they get into it. But when you find a place like this, like boxing, something that can teach you, show you different ways in life. I mean, eventually, you're gonna find out that there's a way out. And my opinion about everything is all about where you at and who you with and how bad you want it. Because a lot of people they grew up in a place, and because they from there they don't want to leave. But you have to look for the best, not only for you but your family. And it's all about where you surrounded at.
Over my shoulder, there's a belt that says champion on it, and when looking at it, I know there was a lot of work that had to be done to make that happen. What is that? Tell me about that belt that's up there.
It was back in 2004. It was my first national championship belt that I won, and it was on my first year here. I didn't know the language, and I just came here, and to win that belt, I had to go for over 10 fights, including winning the New York Golden Glove tournament and going over to Kansas City, Missouri back in 2004, where I had to fight with the best guys in the whole country. And over there, I had to fight 5 times in a whole week. And it was a week that it was very hard work the whole week. It was work, but at the end, it paid off. And that's why I hang it there. Not to keep looking at it, but just for all the guys here in the gym, they can look at it and say, there's a motivation. One of these days, I want to have a belt like that and hang around in the gym like them. So it's not there just to show it off. It's just to serve everybody as a motivation.
If he can do it, I can do it, right? Indeed. You think about those who run businesses. You think about those who do what they need to do to make things happen. And right before we started this interview, I happened to look over my right shoulder and I see Ray over here plunging toilets. Do what you got to do, right?
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do to keep it up and going. I can't let it fall apart. So I do whatever has to be done here. I've dealt with floods here, and I had the ceiling to be replaced. A lot of work that I got to do to keep it up and going. I got to keep my boys happy. You know what I'm saying? I got to give them a place to stay.
If you was to communicate to the general public, if you was to call for help, any more assistance, what would it be? What do you need?
Man, what I need is I just need support, man. The bills get overwhelming a lot of the time, and it's hard, and I have a family, I have a mortgage, I had everything, and that also takes a toll because I can't take from my family to keep, but I keep doing it. Me and my wife keep, managing the money, and whatever of our money got to come out here, but it's real difficult, There's times where I'm penny pinching, I got the help, help from the kids with the donations that they gave with the gym fees and stuff. They help out a lot. I give it to them because they keep it up and going for me $25. But it's hard, man. I wish I had a chance that I can charge them, you know, because this is for them.
Now, I believe you did say that you are a nonprofit, 501c3, correct? So that means the general public could make donations and get some type of tax incentives for making donations to your nonprofit. So if a person wanted to make a donation to the Newburgh Boxing Club, how do they do that?
All right, we got a website. It's newburghboxingclub.com. Our address is P.O. Box 2614, Newburgh, New York. You can reach me on my cell, 646-210-1521. And anything is appreciated, you know, and it's a struggle, and anything is appreciated, man. Whatever you guys out there could do to help us. And, you know, this is for the bigger companies, like the big law firms, the big, you know, the big people, man. Come, somebody step to the plate and grandfather the program. Help us with all our bills so we can stop the struggle.
And you said that's newburghboxingclub.com?
Yes, sir. Or .org.
newburghboxingclub.com or newburghboxingclub.org. Orlando, or should I call you Mr. Del? What's your name, proper name?
My name is Luis Orlando del Valle, but everybody call me Orlandito. So for you, Orlandito.
Orlandito. We're going to take a quick second and take a look at one of your video clips of one of your past fights. Okay? Let's check this out.
We're getting ready for a 6th-round junior lightweight bout. Luis Del Valle, one of the best young fighters in the New York area, is going to take on Robert Guillen from Glendale, Arizona. Luis Del Valle, 5-0 with 2 KOs. He's a national Golden Glove champ in addition to being a New York Golden Glove champ 3 times. And he's going to take on Robert Guillen, who's from Glendale, Arizona. Guillen 4-3 with 3 draws, no KOs. Luis Del Valle 5-0 with 2 KOs. Ring announcer, David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set to go with our next bout of the evening. It is scheduled for 6 rounds in the junior lightweight division. Judges ringside, Matt Rogero, Luis Rivera, and Waleska Rodan. Your referee for this contest, Mr. Benji Estevez. Introducing first to my left, he is boxing out of the blue corner. He wears black with blue. Official weight, 125 pounds. His professional record, 4 wins against 3 defeats and 3 draws. He hails from Glendale, Arizona. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Robert Guillen. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. He wears silver with blue. Official weight, 127.5 pounds. Professional record, a perfect 5 wins, no defeats, 3 big wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, originally from Baymon, Puerto Rico, and now fighting out of Newburgh, New York, ladies and gentlemen, Luis Orlandito Del Valle. Del Valle.
All right, we go to round 5 here, scheduled for 6 junior lightweights. Luis Del Valle is 5-0 with 3 knockouts, and his opponent from Arizona, Robert Guillen, 4-3-2. Still looking for his first knockout.
And in between rounds, trainer Ricky Ricardo, you can believe it, that is his name, Ricky Ricardo, and Robert Guillen was, you know, yelling at him, you know, get in there, rough him up, make it a fight.
Did he leave Lucy back home? And Del Valle scores his 2nd knockdown. And this time, Guillen looks like he might be finished.
Yeah, I think he's looking for a way out. He actually told Benji, he nodded like no.
Very impressive 5th round KO win from Luis Del Valle. Goes to 6